a state of mind. When you're with family, you feel the aloha. When you're with friends, you feel the aloha. When you're on the beach, the sun's your aloha. And little breeze, the kiss of aloha. Aloha is a state of mind. 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 A state of mind. A state of mind. A state of mind.
Aloha! State of Mind Podcast. Hey, aloha. How you guys doing tonight? It's the Aloha State of Mind Podcast with me, Mark Easy.
And DJ Free.
On this Tuesday, we had a little hiatus last week because we were just too overwhelmed with just life and things that go on. So sometimes, even though we know you guys are looking forward to our podcast, we gotta take a step back, refresh, re-energize, and then come back. 'Cause,
Yeah.
sometimes you just need that break.
Yep.
You just need that break sometimes, and that last week was it. So we definitely were ready for a break. So
I mean, I gotta admit, man, last week was very stressful for both of us. Like, you had a lot of work to do. Your family's going on vacation and all that, and like you just had so much stuff to try to work out. And of course, I'm lazy, and I had some stuff on my mind, and I got to the point where I was about to break down, and I think we both needed a day off. You
yeah,
know?
he needed some kind of breather. So we took the week off and actually just kind of chill. Well, it's not really chilling because there's a
Because
lot of
doing
things
something.
to do, but
Yeah.
took a chill from the podcast, and now we're back, and we promise that our next break won't be for quite a while, probably, unless it's some kind of earth-shattering catastrophe or something.
Right? Something redonkulous.
Gotta say what's up to everybody rolling in the chat. Mitch, of course, Joel from Vegas, and I don't know who else hit up. Someone else hit us up, but I don't know who it was. I can't see the
Right.
chat. So thanks for joining us. We'll let people roll on in, and we'll just chit chat before we get to tonight's topic, and definitely want to just take a breath, man. That's what you gotta remember in these times. Like, so many stressful things going on. You think, like, it's weird because all this stuff happens, and they start reopening things, and next thing you know, they're gonna shut it back down.
Yeah, shut it back down because they open up too quick. You know, they don't have a real solution to the problem, and they're like, well, and I hate to say it, but it's mostly white people that have a problem with wearing masks, and you know, well, it's against my constitutional right. You can't make me stay home. Well, then it's like you're putting other people's lives in danger. We
Right.
don't care if you die. Like, we don't need people like that in the world anyway. But everybody else that might get it. Yeah. So anyway, stay
Yeah.
home. Damn it.
Yeah, there's like a huge resurgence in California as well as Florida, where
Yeah.
I think there are like 9,000 or 5,000 cases in the last 24 hours the other day. So it's just kind of crazy. Like, I don't know how you can expect it just to go away.
It doesn't just go away. That's the problem. We gotta say hi to Buzz and Ulu. Hi, Ulu. Again, I get it. We're all sitting at home. We're all trying to snap at each other already. You know, we're all frustrated at the situation, but this is what we have to go through as a society to get better. So let's do it all at one. You know, do it right.
Right.
So, you know, on a better note,
Uh-huh.
because we're all stressed out, and I was thinking to myself, how can I get Mark to kind of relax a little bit? Because, you know, he's always working. He's got family that, you know, take a lot of his effort, and of course I'm sleeping in his living room, so that doesn't help. You know, another head in the household. So I told him to take up golf.
See, sometimes it just makes me feel like this.
Right? So to make you feel like, but I told him to take up golf, dude. So, so he's like, I was thinking about it, and then I was like, okay. So, I went down to the thrift shop,
Right.
which was, I mean, honestly, it felt like swimming in COVID-19, just swimming in it. But everybody had their mask on. Everybody was respectful. Most of the people in there was doing the 6 feet.
Right.
But yeah, so we took up golf, and I gotta tell you, Mark, we went out twice, and this guy has a nacho swing. Like, of course, we all got those chili dippers and those divots, but he had some good hits out there. And we only went twice, but knowing the fact that like how it is and how it's out there in the mirror, how did you feel?
Felt good just to get out of the house. You know what I mean? Like, we just with everything going on, like maybe we get out of the house once a week or something. But it was good to get out there, and even though it's not like a park, I guess just because there's so much grass because of the drive, you just feel like you're outdoorsy, even though like you're just hitting a bunch of golf balls.
Well, again, like it's because there's no pressure. Like when you're on the golf course, there's pressure to get it in a certain
Right.
amount of shots. When you're at the range, you got like 100 to 80 balls, just to take your time,
Yeah, just relax.
just to get your swing down. You know, talk story a little bit. Well, we don't drink, but you know, if you want to have a beer or a bottle of wine, what are you doing? So you know, if you want to just chill,
Yeah, just chilling.
you know, wear a pair of shades while you do it,
Hey,
and you know.
you gotta relax sometimes.
Yeah, you gotta
You wanna
relax.
look cool while you relax.
And so, you know, it can be a family thing. I think your wife and daughters would love it.
Right.
So, in fact, today we had a couple of dads out there with their sons.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, I just know it was a great bonding experience.
Yeah, it's quite intimidating when you see like 60-year-old ladies hit the ball farther than you.
Yeah.
Kind of a humbling experience. So
It's humbling when you see
really
the,
put you in your place.
like from 60 years old to like 10-year-old boy that his dad was cracking it.
Oh, yeah.
But was teaching him how to hit the driver. And yeah, he's a 10-year-old boy, so he was only going 100 yards. But that's like 100 yards for my 7-iron. So for him to hit a driver, I was like, man, this kid's got it.
Yeah.
And even Mark, he was hitting straight. You know, it wasn't going like straight and then going on. It actually was pretty straight. So dude, I was proud of you, man. I think you're gonna have fun with the golfing.
Yeah, definitely. It was a cool experience. I didn't think I'd do as well as I did, so
Yeah.
like I think I could hit the ball straight, and I just got to practice on getting some distance on it or something.
Well, that comes with time. You know, you get more confident in your swing, so you can go a little bit faster, a little bit harder. And then also you got.
Hey, give me back my shades. You took my shades.
Yeah, that's
Sucking
right.
guy.
I took the shade.
Sucking
What's up?
guy.
What's up?
Sucking guy.
So can you make it where like two people can have that?
You gotta have the other. I don't think I have those. I didn't find those.
Oh, okay.
Because usually I just rock the one now.
Because I want to be.
There's some, but
I want to be a
not very
cowboy.
Cool.
I want to be a cowboy.
Not very cool ones. Yeah, I can tell you a cowboy.
Yeah,
See
they
what-
Oh, how come you get to be the
Oh, there, you
oh,
too.
oh, look, I got a cowboy too. Reach for the sky. So anyway, if you don't know what's going on, Mark Easy does a show on Twitch. So you gotta go to twitch.tv.
Yeah, twitch.tv/DJ Marqueezy. I do some streaming and, just have fun with the music and, the chat room and just having a good time. just having fun, that's all it is.
That
That's
gummit
what you're here
varmint.
for, Okay, I can't find the thing. I'm gonna shut it off because it's kind of creeping me out.
Right, like
Where'd it go? I can't find it now. I can't shut it off.
okay, well I guess we're gonna
There we go,
there we go. Whew. Man, my chin was bigger than normal.
You know.
Okay, so yeah, go check him out. I want to say hi to Angel and yeah, Jason or Monroe. Dude, I miss playing golf too. I used to play a lot in high school. I had about a 12 handicap, but then I lost it, and now I can't even swing. Dude, I'm horrible now. But it's not about being good when you're not. Like, I get it if you're like a pro and you're on tour and you're trying to make money. Like we're just trying to hit the ball. You know what I mean?
Yeah, just trying to learn the basics and just get out there and just have some fun and just basically relax. It's kind of relaxing being out there with all the grass, like I said.
Yeah.
It kind of fakes your mind out to thinking that you're out in nature when you're not really.
Like especially with the wind blowing. Like
Yeah.
today. Okay, so today, if you've ever seen the movie Tin Cup, which by the way we gotta look that up. It's a Kevin Costner movie with Cheech Marin in it, and that old school, like, it doesn't have to be pretty kind of golf range where there's a lot of sand and a lot of dead grass
Oh yeah.
and like literal.
It wasn't pretty at
It
all.
wasn't pretty. There was like literal, I guess, what is it, trash cans or whatever.
Oh yeah, trash can. They put like a. They go, we got some extra land here. What can we do? Okay, let's make a golf range. Just put some checkered flags and some freaking trash cans out there
Yep, sell sodas.
with some numbers and put up some nets, and we're good to go.
Yep, we're good to go. Let's go. Let's get it. And
No money on landscaping. It doesn't have to look pretty.
but you know what though? Like that's the feel of that reminds me of when I was a kid. When we go down to like the Aloha golf range,
Right.
and it's all decrepit. It's already all old. There's paint just chipping away. Like nothing's new. It's that old school feel of. It's kind of like being a DJ.
Right.
You learn on vinyl. That's the ones that get respect. It's the ones that learn the old school way. So yeah, you kind of learning the old school way, man. I mean, literally, the clubs we were using
Right.
are like 30-year-old clubs.
I owe it all to that movie we were watching the other night. I forget the name of the movie though.
Oh, the greatest game ever played or Shia LaBeouf.
Yeah.
So
I owe it to all that. I owe all my skills to that movie.
to that movie or to
that one kid in the movie.
that one caddy, Eddie.
Yeah, you guys gotta watch it. It's definitely a good
It's a good movie, right?
good flick to watch. Yeah.
Don't let him do it, Francis. Don't let him take me away. Like even like seriously though, caddy was like when he was about to take a shot, he's like, "What are you gonna do with that thing? Get that." He's like, "Why?" He's like, "Because no. He's just trying to psych you out. You go for the good stuff." And we're letting him read the greens and all that. So it's good, man.
Yeah,
Really good.
Definitely check it out. We'll wait a little bit to see if more people pile in. I know a lot of people might have. Hey,
Yep.
still my glasses again. This guy.
Yeah, that's just how I am. That's why. That's how I am.
That's all right.
I kind of look skinny with my shoulders up like this. I should leave my shoulders up like this all the time. Because when I do this, I look all fat. That. But when I'm like this, right?
Yeah.
Because you cannot see. That's why. Like that. That's what they say. If you have good posture, it makes you look skinnier.
Probably.
Look, I got a neck. Anyway,
Yeah.
what else has been going on this week, man? It's been 2 weeks since we saw you guys.
Yeah,
So-
I don't know. Joel said he got into golf because of Happy Gilmore. Yeah,
Dude.
I didn't want to try and do that driving technique.
I gotta admit, my brother and I, like once we saw Happy Gilmore, we got back into golf, and yeah, that and Tiger Woods, of course, with the red, right?
Yeah, the polo.
But yeah, like you don't hit like him because nobody actually hits like that. But just the fact that it was fun again, like it wasn't so stuffy. So yeah, that's a good movie. Tin Cup is a good movie. Greatest game ever played. Bagger Vance, The Legend of Bagger Vance with Will Smith.
I don't think I saw that.
Oh, man, we gotta watch that too, guys. Okay. Miss said you had actual wooden drivers. I used to have wooden drivers. That like my grandpa had them actually. And sometimes, it's honestly sometimes you can hit better with those clubs because nowadays the clubs are like this big, right? You saw it.
Yeah.
I mean, the heads are this big, and what it does, the bigger the head, the more give.
That's what she said.
You gross.
And then-
But it gives better leeway for you to mess up. But when you hit the wood drivers, it's like hitting irons,
Right.
which is an easier hit. So
But you gotta say what's up to John Cody Diecast. Thanks for joining the podcast.
what's up?
You do any golfing, John? We'll see if he answers.
Yeah, let's. Who does golfing? Like,
Maybe
who
we'll do
actually
a
does?
Aloha State of Mind podcast golf retreat one day.
Oh, dude, that would
when
be
we hit
awesome.
1,000, I don't know, say 1,000 because we still won't be making any money.
I mean, you can pay to come see us.
Yeah, it'd be a paid trip, but we'll organize it.
We'll organize it. No, seriously, we can do that. If you kind of like when Lanai goes to Japan,
Mhm.
you gotta pay, but he organizes it.
Yeah.
right? So you can pay to have a golf trip, come down to San Diego, the beautiful sunny San Diego,
Mm-hmm.
and we'll go to a recommendable um, like golf range, and then course.
Man.
We'll have dinner. We'll lunch and dinner, maybe even breakfast. Maybe even a Motel 6 free continental breakfast. You never know. So,
He said no golfing yet, and who's that? Nicole.
okay, Nicole, she's one of my old school friends from Academy of the Pacific.
Oh, okay.
She actually got married to my best friend. When I was going to Academy of the Pacific, home of the Dolphins.
I don't know how the dolphin.
I don't know. But yeah, so we went there, and Christopher Richard Robbins Road Williams.
What the heck?
Yeah,
How many names is that?
that's a lot of names.
Christopher.
Richards Robbins Rhodes Williams. That's his full name, but we just call him Chris. And
Okay.
he was like my partner in crime back then. Him, David Hirsch, and Nate Webb. We all used to hang out at Miss Mitchell's, outside Miss Mitchell's class and all that. And he was a rock star. You know, he had the long flowy hair and the jean jacket. I had the trench coat and the and the cowboy boots. Dude, we're all about it, bro. And then he went to the Air Force, and I went to Roosevelt. Lost track, and then that's the reason why I love Facebook, dude. Facebook brought us all back together. Like MySpace, like yeah, I guess you can stalk your girlfriend, ex-girlfriends or whatever, but it was Facebook that brought us all back together. See, look, dude. Oh man, it would be awesome to play golf on the Big Island. You got great courses over there.
Oh yeah. I can imagine it must be all on Kona side though. All the nice ones at least.
Oh, yeah.
Waikoloa probably.
Well, I don't know, man. Hilo's technically Hilo, the entire Hilo County, is known as a rainforest.
Oh yeah, I know.
Because- yeah, right.
Rains. I lived there for.
So it's all lush and
I
green.
lived there 3 years. I think from 2000 to 2003.
So they gotta have at least one course.
It
Like the hotels, they have their courses,
I
but
think there's like 2 hotels.
okay, maybe it's all in Kona. Guaranteed in Kona, dude.
Yeah, I'd say Waikoloa probably.
Like what is a place that is like really exclusive? Like I went to a Hawaii Con. Monroe, what was Hawaii Con at? What hotel was that? It was like an exclusive 5-star hotel that you can go swimming with manta rays and all kinds of stuff.
I don't know. Good answer.
See, look, there's a course in a volcano. So anyway,
Hilton Waikoloa maybe. I don't know.
so yeah.
I don't know. Maui.
Yeah,
Maunalani.
Maunalani, dude. Have you been there?
Is it
You
Kona
didn't-
side?
Well, it's kind of like right outside of Kona. But dude, I went swimming in their pool, and it's a heated pool too. It's like right below the cold,
Mm-hmm.
so you're like perfect, right? Woo, woo. And then they come around and they give you ice cream.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like actual ice cream, and so you can eat in the pool.
Jeez.
Yeah, dude, it's crazy over there. I mean, it's like $500-600 a night, but I got mine free because I was a special guest of the thing.
On.
Is your eyeballs getting all
No,
busted?
no, yeah. The shade's not working. I'll take them off. I'll show him the mustache.
Yeah.
Yeah, he said there's
Oh,
some
my God.
public courses in Spokane. If you guys have the money, there are some nice private courses. Yeah, I would probably do the
Yeah.
public ones. Waikoloa has nice courses. Mailani is not far from Waikoloa. Yeah,
Yeah, that's the one.
Maunalani, I should say.
Maunalani.
Yeah, this guy say what's up to AP checking in.
What's
Definitely.
AP? Who's AP?
Paul, like
Oh yeah. Flavor Boy.
yeah.
Yeah.
So definitely, let's so I guess we can get started with tonight's topic. We're waiting for a few more people to jump on in the chat, but maybe they all knew her that we took last week off. So
Come on now. Everybody needs a little time.
what a gooba.
Lot of mercy.
Look
Dude.
at us.
all we gotta do is just put 69 on all over our faces, and we can snitch on our friends.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
That be it.
You know what? I gotta tell you though, like the way those guys treated him, like lining up his girlfriend and
Mm-hmm.
like beating him up and saying he should have snitched on him.
Well, he did.
He did. They had no respect for him. They were gonna back. If they were in prison, they would straight up be like, "Yeah, he's the one that did it all."
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, so I don't blame him. I mean, he's stupid and he's a really bad rapper.
Yeah. I'm just messing around 'cause we don't have a specific guest or anything, so we can just goof off tonight. So.
You know, we actually did shows before we had guests. Like all last month was guest month, and before that we always had the, you know, not top five but top five things and 10 things I hate about you kind of thing.
Yeah.
We had lists, and you know it was fun to get the chat room involved.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, he said making fun of that. Do you see the parody video of that? What is the new video? Trolls or something?
No.
Well, it's just like it's just him and Nicki Minaj, and then so it's typical 6ix9ine song. Kind of sucks to me. When someone did like a dubbed over it, and then it's just like him just talking about like just mumbling and not saying anything, and then Nicki's like they sync over her. Something blah blah blah, and then there's one part where she's like, turns around and they go.
So it's actually, but it's actually him and her.
Yeah, it's a real video, but they took out the audio and just redubbed it. Okay. So.
I gotta go check that out right after this.
It's freaking hilarious because if you hate the guy, then you think it's hella funny.
even if you like the guy, you still think it's funny.
It's still funny.
But man, okay, so before we went on air today, like, you know, everybody that kind of knew my situation for the past 3 months now.
Right.
You know, with my car getting smashed and then having to go through all that stuff about the insurance, and then finally getting a car, it breaks down like an hour and a half into my journey back home. It took me literally 12 hours to get back to your house.
Right.
And even then, it's because you picked me up. It's not because I, you know, got to drive home and all that kind of stuff. And then so today, I was supposed to get enough money to get a car tomorrow, but Chase Bank,
he's mad.
Yeah, Chase Bank messed up and rejected my money transfer. So now I have to figure something out. I have to wait. I think so now there's going to be another couple days until I actually get it. I like this one.
Okay, you gotta cool off. Cool off.
Ooh, that's not a good one. That's not a good one for me.
Take a breath. All right.
Make me into a raccoon or something.
Oh yeah.
I feel like being a raccoon. I feel good being a raccoon. You steal my raccoon! You steal my raccoon! I'm gonna drown you!
No, you the raccoon.
Dude, watch, we're gonna have a whole show dedicated to this stuff.
This is ridiculous. Okay, let's get into tonight's topic so we can kind of.
Nah, I don't like.
Let's oh boy, quit all this monkeying around. And let's get to the next topic. Will you stop monkeying around? Jeez. What are you doing?
Well, at least you're.
Yeah, arms no work.
Oh,
all right, let's get into the next topic. You tell them tonight's topic because you created it, and we'll just start from there, and we'll get an open forum with the chat. Everyone in the chat room, please get involved because we are.
Because tonight is your night.
A goofy kind of night, yeah. It's just kind of a chill kickback. We just need, but we need some kind of topic because we need to put something on the marker, basically, on the flyer. Otherwise, you just put our faces and no one's gonna freaking tune in.
Come look. Well, I mean, okay, see that's the thing though. Like, I love the fact that we have these interesting people to come on, like Lanai, Nanea, Jalen. But at the same time, I feel that the chat room and the people in the chat room, and I know Mark feels the same way, are a part of our show. And not just us hosting, but with them being interactive so much. And a lot of people in the chat room, it's either they're from Hawaii and moved off island or still living in the islands of Hawaii. Hi, Kapio! Hola. Again, Capio helped me become a man back in the YMCA days. Okay, we're not
Oh,
gonna,
okay.
yeah.
Right
Like,
on,
she
right
was
on.
she was
Aloha.
tough.
Aloha, Kapilani.
She was
Silva.
tough. You could just call her Capio though.
Kapil. That
Kapil.
sounds like that sounds like a chick that could kick your butt back in the
Bruh,
day.
she used to destroy me, dude.
Hey, watch out. Kapil will get you.
Bruh, she had
Boy.
hands of thunder.
Hey, boy.
Thunder and lightning. But she wasn't a bully though. She was more of a, if you mess up,
Yeah.
I'm gonna knock you around. You gonna learn.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't learn, I'm gonna knock you around again until you learn. So, but she was great. Anyway, so our topics this week is the things that you miss and don't miss about being in Hawaii. Now, that doesn't mean that you can't still live in Hawaii and miss and don't miss things, because there's certain things that you used to do or used to be around that aren't around anymore.
Right.
So,
So it could be, like I said, it could be things that you miss because you moved away, like you said, or it could be just things that you miss because they went away, like things closing down. And I know this is, as soon as we thought of this topic, we already know it's gonna go to a lot of food places because
yeah.
because we're just a bunch of like food is life for Hawaii. You know what I mean? It's just a way of being ohana, and aloha is just so much a part of it that it's about that. So I know it's gonna go there, but let's see if we can think of things before we hit the food stuff that you miss about Hawaii and things that you don't miss about Hawaii. And,
I mean, Hawaii is a state of mind.
yeah,
So.
and so is aloha. Oh, she's flexing her muscles,
Right.
Kapio.
She still would lick me. I ain't gonna lie, dude. But okay, so I'm gonna start it off.
Okay.
The things that I miss being in Hawaii. Now that I'm living in Las Vegas, and past couple months I'm here in San Diego. Like in Vegas, there's a lot of Hawaiian food places and all that, and even in San Diego, there's a few, but there's nothing like being in Hawaii. You know, the heart and soul of the food that we eat.
Mm-hmm.
So, I personally miss the food. Certain places like Byron's, down by the airport.
See, there we go with the food.
Yep.
I said you should try to think of things other than food first, and the first thing you talk about
Food. Well, because I want to get it away. I want to just get it done with. You know what I mean?
You think you're getting it done, but it's just gonna snowball.
Okay, so what about you?
The thing I don't miss.
Well, no, the thing that you miss from Hawaii.
The thing that I miss about Hawaii.
Yeah.
Just basically the aloha spirit. Like you could walk down the street and people just say, "Hey, what's up?" You know what I mean? Like people you don't know. It's just like a feeling you get when you walk through. Like people just smile when you just walk around the mall, or you just walk around any place like here in the mainland. A lot of people, like if you look at them and you know what I mean, you're just trying to be like, "Hey, what's up?" You know what I mean? They look like what? Like,
Yeah, like,
they
why
wanna
you asking?
fight? Yeah.
Right, like, why are you asking?
Like, why are you looking at me for? Like, because I don't know you,
I'm
but
trying
I'm
to be
saying,
nice.
hey, yeah. I just want to say what's up because it's a good day, and people just look at it like you're crazy. But in Hawaii, that's the thing I kind of miss, is just being able to walk down the street and look at somebody, hey, what's up, boy? What's up? You know what I mean?
Yeah, what's up, man? Have a good
Just-
day.
It's a simple thing like that you take for granted,
Yeah.
especially if you're born and raised in Hawaii. That's just natural to you.
Right.
It's just common. But when you move away, you're like, wow,
Right.
people over here are mean.
Like they don't know how. They don't know how.
Yeah, the Lost Spirit is something I definitely miss. But hopefully, with all the family and friends in the chat room, we're building that up, here, and hopefully we can spread that all around as we grow our community.
It's funny, like we got like family in Hawaii, and we got family all around, but we only got friends in our chat room for some reason. Like our family don't care. Like they're like, yeah, they're having a podcast. I'll call you later.
Yeah, I know what they could talk about. I know,
Yeah, Hawaii. I get it. But yeah, I agree with you. Like family and friends is one of the things I put down on my list.
There's Nicole Williams. Is that one of your friends chiming in? Says, I miss the island itself, just the land. What do you mean by that?
Well,
would you elaborate on that more if you hear me?
Well, I know that she lives in Colorado now.
Oh, okay.
And so it's basically
maybe like the beaches or something.
Like this is where the beach is. This is where she lives, like a mile high, right?
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, if she can elaborate, let us know what that means, because, I mean, again, the Hawaiian Islands, just being on the island sometimes gives you a good spirit. But family and friends for me, like, I miss my nephew. I miss like Jackson, his wife, Quan, everybody else that I hang out with in Hawaii. Even when I lived in Hawaii, of course we all got work and all that kind of stuff. We all got families, but we find the time sooner or later. You know?
Right.
And you're like, bro, who's up for it this week? And sooner or later, like, not saying you're gonna have 20 people, but one person might go, "Brad, let's go eat." Okay, cool, we go eat. You know. Speaking of eating, I'm gonna get through my list. So the things that I miss is Lika Lika driving because it's gone now. Still open is Side Street Inn because they had the poo style like steak and.
Which one is that? Is that the one?
It used to be on Corner Street. I think it's still on Corner Street. And then there's the one that has the dredging company.
Yeah, the Kapuhulu.
Yeah, that one.
I think I went to that one. I went there one time when it came back, and it was awesome.
It was awesome, right?
It was awesome.
Like the fried rice and everything.
Awesome.
And of course kimchi too. Still open, but I miss it. But yeah, friends and family. So what else do you miss about Hawaii?
Before I get to that,
Okay.
we'll go back to Nicole because she said the mountains, the ocean, the air, the land itself. The moment your feet touch the ground there, yeah, of course, you just get that. Yeah, it's like, not, I guess just, I would just consider that the spirit of the islands, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like you say, if you ever moved away or like, even if you just went on a vacation, like somehow when the plane land and as soon as you get off the plane and you're like, your feet hit the ground, it's just like, you just ooh.
Right.
There's something just
Feeling good.
Yeah, definitely. I know exactly what you're talking about, Nicole. So
Yeah.
definitely, that's something you definitely miss. And like I said, like the moment your feet hit the ground,
you feel like like you're at home.
Yeah,
you're home.
You're home. So definitely. Things I miss. Feel free to chime in. Anybody in the chat room also, feel free to chime in at any time, and we'll take your comments and we'll definitely chat it on up. But things I miss besides, what did I say already?
Family. That's it.
Yeah, I just said the Aloha spirit.
Right.
I kind of missed the ocean, even though I wasn't a big, ocean kind of person. But I guess it was just always so accessible, and you just go kind of there, and whether you just stick your feet in or just sit on the beach, because you go over here and there's, I live in San Diego, so there's water.
There's water.
But when I look at it, I'm like, it's not that kind of clear blue water that I grew up with. It's kind of like grayish.
like when you go to
grayish hue.
Yeah. Like when you go to like Pipeline or Sunset on the North Shore, from the second you see water on you can see the sand, it's crystal blue to about 30 yards out, and then it gets too dark to see, but it's still blue.
Right.
I mean, San Diego, don't get me wrong, I love it here. It's nice and it's pretty and it's a great city to be in, but it goes from brown to browner to green to a little bit brown again, because that's where they pump out all the poop, right? like 300 yards out, and then you got the deep, like the blue sea.
Yeah.
So, and even that's still a little murky. So, yeah, it's very, very different. The ocean is very different. I miss the blue ocean, man. I mean, I remember one time I was swimming at I think it was Sunset. Was it Sunset? Pipeline. No, it was Sunset. No, Pipeline. It was Pipeline. And I was just swimming out, and just to see. And I looked down and I saw sand. And I looked at the beach, and I was a good maybe 30, 40 yards out already. Now, keep in mind, I could have died because I was already, lunging it. Right? But I could see straight down to the sand, dude. I saw a rock. I was like, holy crap. So, yeah, it's a big difference. But I have to agree with you. You know what I miss?
What?
I miss the bus system. I know it sounds stupid, but Uncle Fosse built a great bus system. Like every maybe 5-10 minutes, you're on another, you're on the number 2, or you're on the number 1 Aina Haina. You know what I mean? Or like Iroquois Lane, or Waihua Circle Island, or whatever.
Yeah.
Like that bus system is amazing.
Yeah, I gotta admit, you could get anywhere on the island you needed to with the bus system.
Exactly. And there's in Vegas, sometimes you have to get off at one, walk like a mile to the next, to the connecting bus stop, to
Yeah.
get to where you have to go, and then you have to walk a mile to get to where you have to be. Like it's huge. But in Hawaii, their bus system is crazy good. So yeah,
Especially, especially growing up as a kid.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Like before you had a car. Like if you wanted to go to the mall, anywhere you wanted to go, you could just catch the bus.
yep. And
Like,
all the
not a
buses
problem.
go to the mall.
You wouldn't have to walk too far to the bus stop. You catch the bus, and you could grab a transfer. You don't even need to pay
Transfer.
again. Transfer.
Transfer. No, there's a transfer, and then there's the bottom of the transfer.
Yeah.
So you can actually transfer 3 times or
Yeah.
twice off your original quarter.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That was the shiz back in the day.
Right?
You could go anywhere. Over
Yeah.
here, it's like, I guess because it was smaller too, so it must have been like as an island, so it's probably easier to have all the connections. Up here, like in
Yeah.
where it's so vast, it's like,
But you know, Uncle
Yeah,
Fosse, he did so much for that transit system to help out the community. That
It's
right?
Fosse.
Uncle Fosse.
What kind of name is Fosse anyway?
Jewish?
F-A-S is Jewish?
I don't know,
I
man.
think it sounds Samoan, like Fosse. Hey, Fosse.
Hey, Fosse.
Fosse for me.
Maybe that's why hey, this white guy, he's
Part
part
Samoan.
Samoan.
I will vote for him.
His daughter's still running his Facebook page.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Uncle Fosse. So, what's up, Jax? How you doing, man? See, look, the bus is even better now. Dude, so yeah, like the once an hour buses,
Yeah.
like I remember I'd go out there like 10 minutes early just to make sure I don't miss that bus.
Oh, they said the bus is even better now. It's on GPS, so you don't even miss. So you can know where the
Right?
bus.
You know exactly where the bus is on your
Jeez,
phone.
that's- Joe says I don't miss the search take on the bus when you drive by KPT.
That's your fault for going by KPT, man.
No, you go by KPT. Now, the thing is, I agree with him because like anytime you go by the housing, like whether it's KPT or Pololo,
Yep.
like you're just riding the bus, okay? Just picture this: you're riding the bus either by yourself or your friends, and then you roll by like KPT, and then next thing you know, you see the guys jump on all
Yeah.
the KPT boys, and like, fuck.
See, you know what I used to do? Because I lived on the same route, right? Like from my house on Baratander and it goes into KPT area. I would actually, before I get there, I would go sit by the front of the bus. Like right, like where the bus driver is here, I would sit here. And so that way they cannot mess with me. You know what I mean? Everyone else in the back, they messing with everybody. But me, I'm in the front reading my comics, but it don't bother me. But I got lucky. So.
Yeah, so I remember those days, man. It's like you just drive past a certain areas and like, oh my god, today's gonna be a bad day. Shout out to Jax, dropping in the chat. Says he's tired from his workout. He's down 65 pounds, Jax.
You're not down. You gave it all to me. You mailed it to me.
Yeah, that's quite an accomplishment.
Yeah, good
with
job,
the
man.
COVID.
Keep it going. Like, see, the thing is, if Jax gets under, what is it,
I don't know.
250 or something like that, then I promised that I would go skydiving. Why the hell do I do stuff like that? Oh yeah, if free goes on the roller coaster, I'll go. Yeah, okay, Mark, let's go. I don't know why I do things like that. So, my thing is, Jax is gonna drop down to under 250. So I gotta
He said
raise.
200.
How
He
much?
said you gotta be under 200.
Under 200. Okay, 200. Oh yay! But that's the messed up thing. He's gonna do it. Congratulations. But you're gonna do it. That
Yeah,
means
but-
that I have to go up
But see,
to
that's
350.
No, but it's, how like heavy do you have to be? To be
Oh, there we go. That's what you gotta do.
yeah.
Oh yeah, okay.
Another one you control 'em, but that one you gotta do a
Is
head.
it 200?
Well, then that means you cannot go either yet.
Yeah, it means like, oh, dude,
So see,
I'm way far from that now.
So not only would Jax have to get under 200, he'd have to train you to get under 200 if he really wanted to do it.
Not gonna happen. Yay!
I miss Castle Park. John said.
Oh yeah, good on John. Dude, I miss Castle Park. I remember.
I have a very like faint memory of Castle Park because I was a kid. That's when I was a kid. When did it shut down? It shut down.
Oh,
Quite
early
early, right?
80s, I think.
Yeah.
So, no, maybe not early. Like late 80s? I don't know. But, what do you remember from that place?
The castle.
And so the castle had all the games in it, right?
Yeah,
The
it had
Frogger and all
I
that.
swear there was like several levels.
Yep.
There were you come outside and there were bumper boats, I
Yeah.
believe. I don't know what else they were.
They had bumper boats. They had go karts. They had a
Go-kart.
batting cage.
Mm-hmm.
They had the water like pool.
Slide thing, yeah.
Yeah, like get slides, and they had the water cannons on the towers and all that. I was actually there, like with my brother and his friends, when we were all playing in the water, and then we just saw a river of red coming down the slide. Everybody get out of the pool! Get out of the pool! Right? So we have to get it out. What happened was, I guess like one of the seams
Mm-hmm.
came off a little bit, and somebody's toe got caught in it
Yeah.
and ripped his toe right off, dude. Man, they shut down that park for like a good 2 months just to clean every freaking inch of it. But yeah. But I love that place. Yeah, they had a mini golf course.
Yeah.
3 of them,
It's
by
like
the way.
go-karts, 3-minute golf courses. That was like our Disneyland before he was able to go Disneyland.
Right? And to be honest, man, when you're like 10, 12 years old, you don't need Disneyland. You need a Castle Park. And then, if you're so inclined, you can go to the Ice Palace right across the street.
Right.
Right?
That place is
Still there?
withstood the test of time, man.
I know,
Ice
man.
Palace. Like I guess so. It can only be one of a kind in like such a hot place like Hawaii. Like
Right?
ice skating is kind of a unique thing to be out in the middle of the island
Right?
in that kind of weather. So
You know,
this is how they
yeah.
survive.
You know, it's kind of funny. Like they survive all these years, and one of the girls that I dated,
Mm-hmm.
her Anai family or whatever, ran the place,
Mm-hmm.
and so they're like, "How do you guys stay open?"
Right.
You know, because it's been so long. It's like, well, first of all, we're the only Olympic size skating rink, right? So that means that they have ice hockey league. They got like girls that or guys and girls that want to do the what you call that
Figure skating.
figure skating. So they can do all of that, and they got to pay for that. And they say they sell more nachos than anything else on their menu.
It's weird.
Nachos and hot chocolate.
Nachos is just kind of like those
Yeah, so
cheese and stuff like
good.
that. Yeah, but that was Castle Park is a good one. That got some good reaction there. Nicole says, "I miss Hanauma." I don't want to say it wrong.
Hanama Uma.
Bay when we were kids before it got ruined. When they started charging and all that kind of stuff. Or the thing I remember about Hanauma Bay, there was always freaking bees by the track. So many bees.
Yep.
I used to like freaking freak out as a kid because I was like, throw them in the trash. I don't like the bees. Too much
Like you
bees.
just literally throw it. Yeah, I remember Hanama Bay. Like you park wherever you can park, and then you have to walk down, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now you have to pay for parking, then you gotta pay to get in. Now if you are a Hawaii resident,
Yeah.
I don't get me wrong, don't quote me on this. If you're a Hawaii resident, then you can go in free,
Yeah. I
or
think so.
$5 or something. So
Yeah. Yeah, but what if you live there your whole life, but now you get on California ID? You
I
still
know
gotta
what
pay.
I know. What
What
if
the
you
heck?
live there your whole life and you're Hawaiian? You gotta pay to go on your own
What if your
land.
last name is Hanauma? What? You gotta go for free.
My name's Jacob Hanauma.
I still gotta pay because they get California ID. What?
Dude, yeah. I gotta admit, dude, what's his name? John. I do miss Camp Super Salt Meat
Yeah.
because that's the place where everybody trying to get rid of their junk stuff.
Yeah.
But some of their junks are good. Like they had I remember buying a couple of Hot Wheels from off the blue tarp, right? I got some WWE or WWF at the time. Those rubber wrestlers.
Oh,
Right.
yeah. Well, speaking of Cam swap meet, the thing I miss is just Cam, like the drive-ins, Cam drive-in,
Yeah.
Wild Eye drive-in. They just drive-in movies out there in general. Those are freaking awesome when you grew up and you used to go with your family, jump in there, or you go.
Everybody hide underneath the blanket so they don't charge you.
Jump in the trunk. So they charge you per person. And actually, there's been a resurgence of drive-in, like pop-up drive-in type things with the COVID thing going on.
Yeah, Joe Ho did one of those.
Yeah, they did. They started doing them all over, like finding big parking lots and just kind of
Put up a
putting up
screen.
those big like inflatable screens, and everyone could just stay in their cars and
Right.
enjoy the movie. So that's one good thing about the situation that happened. Like I noticed there's a lot of like pop up things. People getting quite creative on how to
Right.
have a new business or whatever it may be. But yeah, I really miss the swap meet. I miss Wildeye Drive-In. But that was the one that was supposed to have the ghost, the lady with no face.
Oh yeah,
in
lady
there.
with no face in the bathroom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've heard of that, but I don't think I met anybody who ever said they saw her.
Dude, well, because right next to it is the cemetery.
Right. There's actually right where Zippy's is in Kahala
Yeah.
Zippy's now. So that
Well,
area.
okay.
Well, next.
There's
Storage,
Kahala Zippy. There's a cemetery,
Yeah.
and then there's like a storage unit.
Yeah, I
place,
think it's
right?
like that corner.
Yeah,
close
that
where the
storage
storage
unit.
is.
But man, I used to go there, dude. Like I think that's where I first saw what was it? Star Wars and some other movies. But yeah, dude, I used to have a grand time over there, just running around. Don't go far. Don't go past it. Just be back before it ends.
Yeah, go
So-
over there, sit by the concession stand on the bench.
Yep.
Because like be seen with your parents, huh? Shame this way, shame, man.
Hey,
I
man.
gotta go sit over there on the bench.
And then your
Your
parents come on.
friends.
Come back to the car now. I don't know who that is. she's talking to you or me?
I don't know that crazy lady.
John, you better get home. Okay, shut up.
I don't know who that crazy lady is.
Mhm.
I'll be back though.
I'll be back. Especially when you're talking to a girl. Nah, I don't know who that is. I come back though. You like something like milk does. So, the saw made at Aloha Stadium. Like, I miss that only because that's where you get your fake Rolexes. You know what I mean? Like those are the ones that had like the 3 for $10 shirts or like
Oh, yeah,
5 for $10 shirt.
You get the bootleg polo shirt with the Hanes tag on the back. The Ralph Lauren shirt with the beefy T tag on the back.
Right.
Oh, that's just real kind of T-shirt.
You get
What's those brands?
the Richie Key mix or the what was it called? James Cole's mix.
Oh, the Unity mix.
Unity mix number 4.
Or you go to the freaking guy sell all the reggae stuff, the reggae shirts. And he sell all the bootleg CDs. I forget the guy's name. He's still there to this day.
Yeah,
to this
he's
day.
still.
Well, he has his.
Yeah,
He has like a couple pop-ups in there, I think.
Oh man,
But yeah, he
That's
sell. He used to play all the reggae music and sell all the bootleg
Blast 'em.
CDs.
but I used to like the very top inner circle.
Right.
That's where like you had the camp shop and stuff, where
Oh.
everybody just put out their tarp and you can buy power tools and golf clubs,
Yeah.
stuff like that. So what's
Yeah.
up, DJ Aquatech?
Oh yeah, Aquatech's in the building. What up, fam?
Oh yeah.
Say what's up to him. So we're just talking about things we miss about Hawaii and things we don't miss about Hawaii. So far, we talked about Castle Park, Hanauma
Mhm.
Bay, just the island vibe, the Aloha spirit,
Right.
Camp Super Swap meet.
Super swap.
It wasn't just a regular swap meet. Can't forget, it was a super swap meet. And then just some drive-in theater, like Cam Drive-In, Wildeye Drive-In, stuff like that.
Cam driving. Where else drive-ins were there?
I think that's the only two I remember. No, there must have been another
There
drive-in.
must have been like Leeward,
Yeah.
somewhere in the Leeward area.
Oh, there was the Leeward one, like when you come up from Castle High School,
Okay.
and they get the rubbish dump right there. Like come down before
The
you head up.
rubbish dump.
Before you head up the hill,
Yeah.
before you head up the Poly, there was like one right there. I forget the name of it. Was it
I forget.
Leeward Drive-In? Could have been. No, that's
Leeward.
that's the place you eat. Not
Oh, with the good.
That's Windward. Oh, Kailua Drive-In.
Kailua
Kailua Drive-In. That's
Drive-In.
what it was.
Thank
Mitch.
you, Mitch.
You're a plethora of
Yeah.
information.
Well,
Mitch.
Mitch is right though.
Yeah. What?
Yeah. I used to miss going to like the tailgates at like UH football. My cousins and everybody went to St. Louis,
Yeah.
so we'd pop the grill out there and
Yeah.
just grill before the game starts.
Oh, yeah.
Like St. Louis versus Kamehameha. Oh my God.
Oh,
It was like
yeah.
going to a freaking like UH game already.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah,
Yeah, Jack said that's Roscoe's shop at the swap meet with all the burned CDs and the locho.
there you go.
That was the guy,
Oh,
Roscoe.
sucking
That's
Jacks,
the
you
kind
know.
of popolo guy, yeah?
Popolo
That
guy.
makes sense. Yeah, Aquatech, we said about the traffic. He said, yeah, the traffic's crazy.
Yeah.
Like, literally, one side, I don't know, is it worse now, you would say, then? Probably, yeah. Then back in the day, it's even worse now. How long? So, if you live there now, like Jack's, how long would it take to get from, like, say, Eva Beach to town in the morning? Like 2 hours? 2 hours?
Or from Waianae, or from
I want to say,
like town to Waianae from 6 o'clock at night,
yeah.
5 o'clock in,
Like one
How
side,
long would it take?
like town to west side.
I mean, I know some people that would stop over. They get off work at like 5 o'clock, but because they live in Mililani,
Yeah.
they literally just stop over at Pro City, like Pro Ridge, have lunch or whatever, or draw or whatever,
Oh.
until about 8:30, and then they go home.
Yeah, they said that. That's why everyone used to from downtown used to hang out at Restaurant Row or Aloha Tower, cause you get off at work at 5, you eat dinner, you hang out, you leave there about like 7ish,
Yeah.
7:30, whatever it is. Take you maybe like half hour, 45 minutes to go home. But if you leave at 5, you still get home like 7 o'clock.
Right.
So you maybe get home a half hour later, but you didn't spend an hour and a half in traffic.
Yeah, you're not just sitting like this, letting your
Yeah.
car destroy itself. So yeah, so the worst things about Hawaii. So we just talked about the traffic. I think the travel, and the reason why I say that is because the only real way to get around Hawaii, it's either in traffic, or you got to catch a plane to the other islands or to the mainland.
Oh, yeah.
Like and it costs a lot of money, man.
Yeah. So
You know-
now we're transitioning. If you guys missed the beginning, we're transitioning from things that we miss about Hawaii. Now we're transferring to things we don't really miss about Hawaii.
Right.
And so the first one, of course, Aquatech brought up, and we talked about traffic. And now you're talking about traveling inter-island, possibly.
Right.
Well, now I think it's a lot worse because the prices are so high.
Right. Our prices are ridiculous. Like,
Back in the day, you had like Mahalo Airlines, like $25. $25 you could island
Right.
hop.
Okay, so this is a thing that I looked it up because when I was in Hawaii, a couple of times, we had to go to Hilo and all that kind of stuff, and I wanted to do Maui because there's a comic shop, Maui Comics, owned by Alika Seki, and I wanted to visit his shop and do like a little signing there. It costs the same to go to Maui for 4 days as it is to go to Vegas for 7 days.
Oh yeah, that's what they're saying. Like you could fly to Vegas cheaper than you could fly inter-island.
Yeah. And I'm
that's
like-
insane.
So, like, just the travel alone, like, I remember one time they wanted to do the super ferry.
Yeah, no, that's what Jack said he misses the
Yeah.
ferry.
I really wanted that to happen because of the fact that you can take your car on the ferry. Yeah, it's gonna cost you $100 or whatever, but you can take your car, you can do a drive around, do
You
whatever.
have to
go-
rent the car.
yeah, tourist stuff. Spend your money, hit, I guess boom the economy a little bit,
Yeah.
and then come back. You can make it a day trip, or you can make it a weekend, or you can make it a week. But you had that opportunity to do that with the super ferry. Now, they said that like all these people are protesting. They got in the way of the super ferry line where
Yeah.
surfers will go out there and disrupt it, and they're like, "Oh, you didn't do enough environmental studies and all that."
The environmental impact studies.
But I'm like, every day, Matson, all those other big ships come in
Yeah.
for our produce this is the same thing, but now it's for the community, for Hawaii community. There's just a few people that said no, we don't want it, and then they shut it down because you cannot just kill people by running them over.
Yeah, I think it was just they're complaining about the environmental impact. Like they didn't do a long enough study of how it would affect like the reef and the marine life and whatnot. So they shut them down. Did anybody actually ride on the super ferry? I never did.
Never
I
did.
wish I did, but
I think
anybody
I got-
actually got on the super ferry?
Well, I think there was a few like test runs.
Because Was it? But it wasn't it running for a while though.
No,
It wasn't.
it had a few test runs. It was never open to the public.
It wasn't.
No,
Oh,
it was
man.
open to like certain people that governors and all that, so
Yeah.
that they can see what it does and how it affect everything. But no, I don't think it opened to the public.
Yeah.
But yeah, I wish that would have went through. But yeah, and then of course the cost of living.
Right. That's what Nicole says right here.
Yeah,
Cost of living right now is just so crazy, horrendous. It's all supply and demand. So like I think just rent number one.
oh, it could. Okay, by the way, I think it could have been running for a little while,
Oh
but it never came to the Big Island. Okay, so yeah, I think it might have went to Maui.
yeah, I think it ran
Yeah.
for a while. They were running.
My bad.
And then they got shut down. I think they just would.
But it wasn't
They just
running
would
long.
jam
Though.
them. Yeah, they just jam them, just start them up, and they
Start
went,
'em up,
and then they go.
see what happens.
And they got tapped. So yeah, but definitely the super ferry would have
yeah.
been something good. Cost of living, yeah, that's what is this?
Oh, because the rental car places and all that.
Rent a car,
Yeah.
airlines, all the same. You know
Yeah,
what I
they're all
mean?
like,
It's not good
we
for
don't
us.
want. Yeah, we don't want that to happen.
That's too much competition.
So
That's not how the
it's not how it works.
that's not how the freaking
It's not how the mob works
nation
in Hawaii.
works. We don't,
So-
it doesn't thrive on competition. We just eliminate competition. Why
Right?
not?
Monopolize.
Yeah, but cost of living is definitely from, like I said, from rent, food, gas, and the thing is, and it's expected because everything has to be shipped in. You know what I mean? Literally everything, food, everything, and that's why, like I said, the people we're talking about the barges and Matson and all that kind of
Yeah.
stuff, the longshoremen. That's why it's so impacted by that, because if it gets stopped if it's stopped there, then nothing gets in.
Nothing gets in, and it'd be too expensive for anything to fly in.
Yeah,
So
that's why the cost of living, everything from Walmart, like I knew we were in trouble as a kid. This is how I knew we were in trouble as a kid living in Hawaii, and it's kind of strange. Let me tell you.
okay, wait. Do we have to have the shades on?
Yeah, I like it.
Okay,
Why?
no, that's what I'm laughing. I'm like, he still got them on. Does he know?
Yeah.
Okay, I want the top hat though.
The
All
thing
right.
I knew.
No, I'm just
yeah, I
messing
give
around.
it to you.
Go ahead.
There you go. Don't make a spectacle of yourself, or monocle. Good. Anyways, the reason I knew we were in trouble as a kid,
Okay.
and I knew something would be with the cost of living, and it might sound strange, it might sound a little funny, but remember when you see all those commercials for Jack in the Box
Yeah.
and McDonald's, or Jack in the Box say chicken sandwich 99 cents.
Okay.
How much was our chicken sandwich?
$1.29.
$1.19. $1.29.
Right.
So I'm like, that's how I knew we were in trouble, because I'm like, how come we paying? This is a franchise type place where everything's made the same, but how come we paying $1.29 for a chicken sandwich,
Right, why
and
are you-
everybody else paying $9? That's when I kind of found out about inflation
about how much it costs to get
and how
stuff
the
to
cost
the
of,
island.
yeah, the cost of living to the price I say we pay to live Aloha.
a little. There's a price to be paid.
Yeah.
What's up, Keone? So Keone was one of the best bartenders I ever worked with over at Jackie's Kitchen.
Okay.
What's up, my man? Good to see you.
About-
Jason Tavares.
Mhm.
What's up, VN for life?
Top hat.
You remember Jason Tavares, Buzz, right?
What?
Buzz,
From-
Uncle Buzz. Like he's a rapper in High State.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah. He was a part of High State, whatever they called. He's doing some
Okay.
bars now, so. But yeah,
Definitely.
so I know, right? Jen was like, "Dude, those filters though."
Yeah, we're just having fun tonight. We don't have a guest, so we can just kind of goof off. But we are talking about. We do have a topic, because we are a legitimate podcast
Yes,
here.
you're a legitimate podcast.
Oh, one side, one side.
No,
one side. No. But yeah, we're talking about. We're talking about things that
That we missed.
about Hawaii, and just filling everyone who just stepped into the conversation. It doesn't mean you left Hawaii. It could just be things that or no longer existed,
Yeah.
like things that closed down and went through some food stuff and all that kind of stuff. So just things we miss about Hawaii, and now we're going through things we don't miss about Hawaii, and some of it is we talked about the traffic, cost of living, of course,
Yes.
inter-island travel.
Mm-hmm.
Is kind of a bummer to try and get that going. So that's another thing.
Yeah. I mean, again, the cost of living, it's just like in order to you to get a 1 bedroom apartment, you're looking at $800, $900. You know, and there's no way that anybody's gonna pay you like $20 an hour to work at, well, sometimes, but $20 an hour to work at like McDonald's or Costco. You know, that's why even if they do pay you $15 an hour, you have to work at least 2 jobs just to eat and go out and have a car and have insurance and have, you know, rent and all that kind of stuff. So it's hard living there, man. But you know, again, there's a cost to Aloha, and if you want that paradise experience, and a lot of us, we don't know any different
Right.
because we lived there the whole time. We already know how it is. We lived there since we were kids, and we were paying rent since, you know, we were whenever you get out of your house. I was 16 at the time, and I, you know, had to pay rent and all that. And there's 3 of us living in one studio apartment.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we all live like we're inside of a tent. 1, 2, 3. Then we had to have our girlfriends, so it'd be 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3. So, you know, it's a cost of living there that I do not miss.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm gonna do another one. The
Okay.
heat and humidity.
Oh yeah.
Wait, I don't want heat and humidity of the heat.
Too hot.
The humidity of Hawaii. It's like 86 degrees with 100,000% humidity. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the Hawaii public school system. I think at one point they just gave up. They weren't getting funding. The teachers are like, you know what? All they want is, you know, how many kids we can pass, and if they, you know, if they learn or not, they don't care. So okay, I won't care.
Yeah.
So, but there's a lot of good teachers out there that want to make a difference, but they're up against a hill. You know, they're trying to climb that mountain with a boulder, and it's hard. I miss paying, dude. I miss paying 35 cents for lunch, but yeah. Oh, do you know?
I used to get. I get the token. You know, I get the token.
Token.
Token you get for free. You get the token. You don't get token.
I never get token. I
you
got
must
those
have
little,
been rich then,
the
eh?
little scripts,
Or the lunch ticket.
the lunch ticket.
The token. You pay for your own lunch. You must have been balling, Mitch. I got the token.
Oh, you pay 50 cents.
I used to get the token.
Oh, Damien, they pay you good at those guys.
Yeah, but going back to the humidity,
Oh,
like
horrible.
just like any, it's horrible. Like where you live now, Vegas is a dry heat, so it's hot.
Yeah.
But like it can be like 70 degrees, and 70 degrees here in San Diego is quite cool,
Oh, yeah.
quite cool. But 70 degrees in Hawaii, because the humidity is so high, almost like the Philippines, and you just drench yourself in sweat.
You been to the Philippines?
No, but I've heard
Okay.
the humidity is worse there.
Dude, the humidity is ridiculous.
It's like
there.
100% or something,
Right.
like 90%.
I think it's, they said, what's his name? Quincy?
Yeah.
When he went, he's like, dude, the humidity was 120%.
Yeah, something crazy like that. So it's so hot. But the thing is, you gotta understand, it's you sweat your
Olos off.
but your skin is real good. You look at the Filipinos. You look at all the Filipinos and the Hawaiian people live in Hawaii. Your skin look good. You come over here, you check out all the people who lived over here, like I wouldn't just say white people, but any people. By the time they're like 30, their skin all cracking and wrinkly, and
I gotta tell you, man.
when I came here, like,
Yeah.
messed me up, man. My face used to be like super baby face. I
Dude.
know I'm getting old, but
I never had a pimple in high school.
Yeah.
I had great complexion. I don't have those little pimple like pock marks or whatever. I had great complexion, dude. And I was like, okay. Like people are like, oh my god, your skin is so nice. When I first got to Vegas, after like 1 year of that hard water,
yeah, hard
and
water.
that 1 year of that intense heat in the sun, man, I look like a raisin, dude. Like it's all like horrible. I don't know how to exfoliate without killing myself. So
Jen says not as bad as Florida humidity. I never been to Florida, so
yeah,
Florida's quite humid also.
dude, I know in the Panhandle, like like the Miami area or whatever. I mean, that's why there's so many crazy people, dude. The humidity and the heat, y'all
Make
try
you
to
cuckoo.
they make you cuckoo.
That's why they got so much resurgence of that. I don't want to say it, but like so many cases. That's why they got shut down again. Tennessee, the summer is nuts. And I guess all that. It's kind of
Yeah, the
coastal,
southern. Yeah, the southern.
coastal.
Um,
So Florida, crazy. Yeah.
Florida is crazy, but the thing is, like Tallahassee, Florida is the northern. That's where Florida State is, right?
Okay, yeah.
And even that is hot, dude. Like because it's on the
Why?
border of Florida, Georgia, and all that. All those southern
You mean the
states.
Florida Georgia line?
Yes, the Florida Georgia line.
It'll
Hey.
be, it'll be, it'll be. I don't know.
So yeah, like, actually, I live in the southwest of in Vegas, and it gets up to about 115. I wouldn't want to live in Arizona
Oh yeah.
because even though it's dry heat, they have like these things called haboob.
What?
It's
Haboob?
haboobs.
What is that?
It's a sandstorm that comes out of the desert. It
How do you
looks like
spell that?
I don't know
Boobs.
haboobies, but it comes out like a wall of sand and dust that just sweep over everything. It's freaking ridiculous, dude. They have hailstorms in the middle of like 100-degree weather. Arizona's crazy.
Like a sandstorm.
Da-na-na-na-na.
Sandstorm.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, Jason, like yeah, in Florida, you take a cold shower and sweat before you even dry off. Same thing as Hawaii, dude. I'm in there, I'm taking a cold shower, I get out, and I can still feel the bead of sweat coming from the side of my ear. So, where's Imperial Valley?
I'm not sure.
I don't know, man. So,
I'm not exactly sure what Imperial Valley is. Maybe you can still let us know for sure. But yeah, those are some crazy stuff. The heat just.
the heat and humidity in Hawaii, like it, especially coming from like Vegas, where there's really no humidity, and then stepping off the plane. Oh my god! Like that's why I try to go in the winter,
Yeah.
where it's a little bit cooler, but at the same time it's not. It's still humidity. So, okay, and then my next thing that I think I do not miss
Right.
is the overpopulation
Okay.
in Hawaii. I say that not like there's a racist element to this, but there's a lot of things that the government did to other people that allowed those people to come now into Hawaii, stay there, and once you're born in Hawaii or once you give birth in Hawaii, that person becomes a U.S. citizen.
Right.
So now, it's kind of like a chain link thing where everybody's a U.S. citizen. Like the mom becomes a U.S. citizen, the dad, whatever. And so there's a lot of that. And then also like the homeless people. There's a lot of homeless in Hawaii. Because Hawaii is such a nice place, they get shipped in from Minnesota or whatever, where it's super cold and super desolate. And they say, yeah, you want to move to Hawaii? We'll put you on a plane even though you smell like urine. And you can live there. Who wouldn't say yes to that? You know what I mean? But yeah, there's an overpopulation in Hawaii to the point where it's becoming bad for traffic, bad for everything else. So yeah, overpopulation.
Yeah. Anybody else in the chat? Things you don't miss about Hawaii? I was trying to think of something because we say all these things, but I was trying to think of a place that I wouldn't miss, like something that might have been like an eyesore or someplace I really hated, but I can't think anything off my top of my head. Is there anything you can think of? Like what I mean, something that you just didn't like place or something.
It's weird. Like all the parks, like Kakawaka Park, it's built on a dump.
Right.
Like there's vents so that the place doesn't blow up with all the stinky heat and all that.
Right.
So, but they made it look nice. There's places like Manoa that is being developed, but it still looks nice. You know, the cemeteries are pretty. Um, I don't know. Is there? I think maybe the rail system,
Mm-hmm.
because it costs technically over $8 billion so far.
Right.
I think that's an eyesore. I think it cuts into um, the landscape
Right.
when it's not worth $8 billion to the
Right.
Hawaii people. Um, Especially like where they're planning to start and end it.
Yeah.
It's like why?
That's ridiculous. Yeah. Nicole says I don't miss rock fever or island fever. I think the mainland you can go anywhere and drive wherever you want to go without needing plane tickets. True.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying, dude. When I had my car from Vegas to Texas,
Mm-hmm.
from Vegas to Long Island, New York, from Vegas to San Francisco, from Vegas to Utah, um, Arizona, California, multiple times,
Mm-hmm.
like New Mexico, everywhere. I could just go anywhere as long as I got gas in the tank. New Mexico, the gas is under $1. Like it was
Yes.
98 cents the last time.
Jeez.
Well, I think now it's about like $1.25 or
Jeez.
something. But
Yeah.
Jason, he's like, dude, pretty cemeteries. Well, you know what I'm talking about, dude. Like Manoa Cemetery, the Chinese one.
Oh yeah.
Dude, that thing is beautiful, man. Sometimes I used to go up there just to eat like late lunch and then go back down.
Mitch says I don't miss the Aloha Canal.
Ooh, that is an eyesore.
Yeah. That's just.
It was pretty.
I don't think I ever remember it being pretty.
Not in our lifetime. Back in the days when they first built it,
I remember seeing
when
some
you can
kind of-
actually
let me
go
see if I can
fishing.
find it.
Yeah, they had like fishing stands that you can go out on, and then people actually used to go fishing in that. But all of a sudden they say, "Hey, why don't we just go ahead and dump everything into it?
Here's the one I think I saw.
Relax on the canal.
Let me just see if I can
All
get
of
to that
you
one.
drive boats."
There, this one,
Yeah,
like back in the day,
back in
Disney.
back in the dizzies.
See,
All of I mean, look at that.
relax on the canal. It was like a rowboat, sailboat. Oh, it's only 75 cents to $3. Open, safe, simple electric boat. See,
So you get
not even gas powered. They were so
right.
efficient. And how the heck did
What?
that thing turn into such a freaking
hellhole.
sewage plant? I don't get it. They even had it, not even gas powered boat where the thing would be actually
All I can at the
Oh.
Macaulay Bridge.
the Macaulay Bridge.
At the Macaulay Bridge. Come down to Alawai Motors.
Phone 995-230. That's not even enough numbers.
Okay,
Is
no,
freaking thing
seriously.
real or what?
Phone 995-230.
What are other numbers there?
That's how old this is.
That's not enough.
We're-
Phone numbers only had freaking one. What,
You only had six.
only had six-digit phone numbers only.
like,
Jeez,
like you actually
that's
pick
old
up the
school.
phone. Can I get connected to the 995? I'm connecting you now, sir. Take it out to the
I don't know.
Mr. Frog Tree.
They don't make no sense, but yeah, look
Dude,
at
that's
that.
hilarious.
That's crazy that the Aloha was actually like, look at this, a tourist.
It's so nice.
In my lifetime, I never saw that. It's not, my lifetime thing was always stinky, dirty.
It's all stinky dirty. You go crabbing, but you gotta try to crab back. Right? When you cut school, pretty cemeteries are a good place to hide and chill. It's absolutely true, dude. I used to take off.
I forgot the sweeper. Okay,
I used to
I
take
always forget that.
ex-girlfriends there because you know that it's a cemetery. Cops
Yeah.
ain't gonna go to a cemetery. So Jack says it's all from the hotels, like all the sewage and all that.
Yeah,
It's, you're probably right.
that's how it got. I don't know how it got to that way. Probably, but
Well, you figure, yeah, they can't put it in the where the people swim. The only way they can like drain their sewage is into the Aloha. They'll take it out that way
why didn't it take it out?
because That's why humans suck, man. Dude, paddle practice in the Aloha. My brother used to paddle for St. Louis. I think
Yeah.
Mitch paddled for Damien, right?
Yeah, I remember seeing all the people who paddle canoe in there, and I'm like, and I'm just like, how? Well, like, I guess it's still water, but I'm like,
Ugh.
why? Like, you know what I mean? Like so dirty. You feel like you gotta scuba through that sucker or something.
It's so gross. Like you feel like you gotta scoop it with like stew.
Stinky, but yeah, that's a very good one. That
That's a
is an
great
eyesore that's still there today,
And it won't
and
go
a
away.
nose sore on top of that.
That is an eyesore, man. That's a good. I never even thought about that.
Hmm.
But also, one of the worst things about Hawaii is their bad roads, like all the potholes and.
I thought I had pothole patrol. No more pothole patrol no more. What happened with that? Gone with Fosse.
But yeah, even when they try to like fill it in,
Right.
they overfill it because they don't want to come back.
Hmm.
So now you gotta.
Yeah, they
Instead of
bro,
dun dun.
even the highways when they drive, like
Oh,
when they go, as soon as you get off the airport and you drive on the road, I'm like, what the this is a highway? Why is it so messed up? Like, why is it like a freaking back road?
right.
This is a freaking not interstate highway. I don't know what they call it, a freeway. I
You know,
guess.
isn't the H3 an interstate?
I don't know, but how can it be interstate when this?
That's what they
because
call
they
it.
go to another
That's
state.
why it doesn't make any sense.
But yeah, so that was a very good one. The Aloha Canal is pretty
Yeah.
disgusting.
I think that's like the worst public place to go to,
Yeah,
right?
like you said, that's gonna be the number one. I don't know until
Forever.
I don't know how they would ever dredge that out or anything.
But I don't think anywhere else would be as bad as the Alawai.
Yeah,
Like, like maybe they got someplace at Bellows or something. But again, the water flows, takes it all away.
right.
The Alawai just sits there.
Yeah, it's just
It's
a
gross.
nuisance for sure. So
So yeah, that's our list.
yeah. If anybody else has a place that you miss, or things that you miss, or things that you don't miss about Hawaii, hit us up in the chat right now. We'll open it up to you guys again, and
We're gonna
See-
stick around for about 10 minutes.
yeah, we'll hang out for 10 minutes, and then we'll call it a wrap. And we're gonna start getting back to the books about our next month's podcast and our future guests and all that stuff.
So Mitch actually gave us information. Man, I like that guy.
Yeah, he's like an Encyclopedia
Right.
Britannica.
You get federal funding for interstate highways. So when they built the H3,
Yeah.
they had to call it an interstate.
Ah, okay. So they get the funding.
Yeah, so they get federal funding. So
That's what you call a loophole.
a loophole, but it doesn't go nowhere. Dude, what is that one? Makes you look like a girl.
Which one?
The one right underneath that. Yeah, that
No,
one.
you got a flower in your hair, though, like that.
Oh,
Yeah, there, you got the makeup on.
hi, brother. Hi. Hey, no make like that.
Hey, Mary.
So okay, you know what? I have to agree with Mitch on this one too. He said I miss being able to get a plate lunch or a bento for dinner and go to the beach and just watch the sunset. I used to do that by San Susi. You know, by the what you call that? The outdoor where you go swimming?
Beach?
No. At the end of Waikiki,
Yeah, I forget the name.
Yeah.
Something
natatorium.
Natatorium.
I used to go over there. I
Hey,
used
give me a makeup.
to- you look good, huh? You chica baby.
The freak.
Oh, cheeky baby, what? Can or what? So
Can.
I remember used to going to the natatorium area and with my moped, my Raz, my Yamaha Raz, I go 25 miles an hour, and then literally go toward the beach by the the rock wall
Yeah.
and just sit there and just eat my zip pack,
Mm-hmm.
just look at the butts
Right.
and the waves and just chill.
As you can tell. Don't forget, this is a serious podcast.
This is a serious podcast.
We are internet journalists.
Oh, chee-hoo. What is this one? I don't know
Something
what
in
that-
the head. I was like a couple one, like just the makeup. I don't know why I only get one. Aloha.
Aloha, welcome to Mahalo Airline.
Ah, shit.
Fire, 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 fire.
Now we're just messing around.
Right.
But if you guys want to know, I missed the car cruises in Waikiki. Oh, yeah.
Ah,
Car cruises in Waikiki back in the day.
How do you-
Aquatek!
How you wait,
Hey,
oh, no.
that's the me.
Ah, no,
Hey,
no,
that's
no.
what to give down away.
I'm not giving away. I pressed the wrong one.
That's an exclusive stuff right there. What?
How do you take it off?
Just press it again, the same one.
Oh, okay. So, because this is a respectable,
It's a serious
this is a serious
journalist.
Journalistic.
Internet journalist. What you talking about? Cause no, but yeah, Mr. Cruz is in Waikiki, Ala Moana on Sunday afternoon.
On a Sunday afternoon.
Everyone just cruise Ala Moana,
Yeah.
park on the side. Waikiki was cool too. You drive up Kuhio, drive back down Kalakaua, drive back up Kuhio, drive back down Kalakaua, then go to the gas station, put like $3 gas.
That's like 2 gallons back then.
Yeah, $3 gas, then drive up Kuhio, back down Kalakaua.
Then, when you get the pretty girls,
Yeah.
just meet us at the
This
Diamond Head. Meet us at Diamond Head.
Look out, the first lookout there.
First lookout. Then you go to Diamond Head, and then the one, I should not say this. I'm gonna
Just
get
say it.
chastised for this. The one ugly one, I think we should leave. I don't think we should be here anymore. But all the pretty ones like, nah. I don't want to be here. We have to leave now. I'm the one that drove. Freaking had Karens back then, huh?
Yeah,
So-
Karen's back then. You should just, you always gotta have the guy who would jump on the grenade, they call it.
Right?
So you just flirt with that one so we can get the numbers and hook up. And then,
And then the next one, you get
Yeah.
whatever you choose.
Just take one for the team, brother. Just give us like
And
half
then
hour. Just talk to her. Half hour.
So what do you like to eat at McDonald's? Okay, and then, or either that, it's either you go there, but you go, if you're hungry, you can go to the Jack in the Box that was at the corner, right? Or if you want to get saucy, you go down Aloha, go to Taco Bell at the McCully Shopping
Oh
Center,
yeah, McCully shop. Yeah.
and then hang out over there with the Asian, like,
Had
the ones that had all the
what's the pole
civics.
place?
Huh?
I had a Taco Bell, 7-Eleven.
Yeah.
To the security kick you out. Hey, can I cruise over here? I said, buying one big
I
gulp.
know, look, my big gulp. I get him, don't worry. 5 more minutes. That's it.
Oh
But
yeah.
yeah, dude.
Tantless cruise and look over. Yeah, I don't think I used to do much looking. Oh, if I was going up to Tantless, I don't think it was for looking at the view.
Dude, for me, it was go up Tantless, make sure the windows are rolled up, because if not, you're gonna have like mosquito bites all over your ass, all over your butt while you're doing your stuff. But yeah, dude, yeah, I remember Mitch. You said you missed the old school Ala Moana shopping center before when we first started. The submarine races. You know what that is? Huh?
What's that?
That means that you're just looking out into the ocean while you make out.
Oh.
Because you cannot see submarines, you.
Yeah, I didn't know what it meant. Never heard that before.
Submarine races by the Ilikai. But yeah, dude, old school Ala Moana, when they had like the water with the
Right.
fishes in it. Oh, dude, that was a
Oh
good.
yeah, the koi.
Yep, the koi fish. Until there's too many kids just jumping in there because their parents don't know how to
Yeah.
raise them right.
Ala Moana used to be the shiz back in the day.
Nah,
You
Ala Moana
just
should
hang
be
out.
fucking so good.
You used to go like Ala Moana Beach Park Sunday, and then you go to Ala Moana, cruise inside there, and that's when I guess the height of the mall situation
malls.
was, where malls were the chat rooms
Yeah.
of the past. Is
Dude.
where you actually meet people and talk to people.
Oh, I used to love going to the mall. You know what's my favorite mall? We I think we never did a show about our favorite malls.
Yeah,
Because
we
there's
talked about it because there's only like
5 of them.
mine is only 3.
What is yours?
No, 4.
What is yours? What is yours?
Kahala Mall, Ala Moana, Windward Mall, Pearl Ridge.
See, for me, my favorite is always Windward Mall
That was
because there's a hub and everything went around, right? It's kind of like the mainland stuff.
Windward Mall was kind of my least favorite mall.
How?
Because it was out there, no one really hung out there.
That's why.
I like Pearl Ridge. Pearl Ridge is cool.
See, the reason why I like Windward Mall,
And it had
It's
a
because-
monorail.
that's true. The reason why I like Windward Mall though is because none of my girlfriends lived on that side.
See?
So I would take them there knowing that there's no way that I'm gonna get caught, right? But
You have-
also
you
they
have
had
ulterior
they had
motive.
cheese on a stick or hot dog on a stick.
I gotta give you the horse head for that one. Because you're being a real jackass. You know? That's you. I mean,
But yeah, so and then again, the mall was built like in a mainland mall because of the military influence. It was built like a mainland mall, so it was more of a circle than it was the lengthwise.
right. Yeah,
And
I remember that.
Kahala Mall, I used to love Kahala Mall because it's indoor. So no matter if it's raining or not, you can walk around the mall with your girl. My mom used to work there for a long time, so I was very familiar with the place. Pearl Ridge, I mean, basically that was just a meat market for me, man. Like I'd meet a girl at Pearl Ridge, then we'd go. I would, I'm a gentleman. I pay for the bus to go to Windward, to Windward side, and then we'd stay at that mall for whatever, do whatever we do, and then come back. But yeah, Pearl Ridge is just a meat market, dude. Outside of Fun Factory.
See, talk about the bus system. See, back then
See?
you could run game on the bus.
Man, you had to run game. That's when you know you had game. Then. Yeah, girl. No worry. You don't gotta pay. I'll pay for you on the bus. For real. Yeah, no worry. Because you get on bus pass, and all you gotta pay is 50 cents for her. Because you get transfer out.
This is what I used to do. The bus driver no look. Show him the bus pass. Make you put him in your back pocket.
Right? And then hand it to this person behind you. Yeah, you slick, yeah? Now you see me, now you don't.
Before the food court was built, had Patty's. So yeah, Miss Patty.
Oh,
Patty's
I
Chinese Kitchen.
Miss Patty's Chinese Kitchen.
Yeah, that was some good stuff. Colin had Patty's, right?
Kalama had Patty's right next to, well, now it's a Panda's Express,
Yeah. Well, at least they kept the Chinese theme.
right? Then there's Patty's in Alamana, there's Patty's in Pearl Ridge. I think that's it.
Yeah, because there was Patty's and there was back in the day there was Farrell's, right, in Colin.
Oh, yeah.
That was a spot when you was a kid
That was
that
a
you wanted
spot,
to go.
dude.
If you could get a birthday party at Farrell's back in the day,
You're the king.
You're the most popular kid in school.
At least for that week until somebody else
Yeah.
until somebody else giving party at Farrell's. Jack in the Box at Pearl Ridge. Where was the Jack in the Box at Pearl Ridge?
Where?
Mitch said he worked at the Jack in the Box at Pearl Ridge. Where was that?
Was it upstairs? By the
No, Fun Factory is not Dunkin' Donuts. Ah, doodoo.
Fun Factory. What about Tilt? What is Tilt? Number Tilt.
Tilt, probably still there.
Let me go over here. Fun Factory. That's right. Tilt.
Dude, the thing is though, Tilt, like their location is horrible.
Yeah.
Like it's like so far in the back. That's where all the good Street Fighter players used to play. But can
By
it
the
be
movie
varsity?
theater. See, upstairs. I think.
By the
Was
There was
one
a
across
Jack
the
in the
street?
Box?
You talking about the theaters upstairs or the theaters across the street? I think
Yeah.
There's a Jack in the Box across the street.
No,
or
it can't be across the street.
something.
The one across the street had Denny's, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. So Jax, by the way, I'm gonna spill the tea on Jax.
Okay, go ahead.
He was one of the Mounties that used to work security at Pearl Ridge.
Oh,
Like,
the Mounties?
Yeah, the Mountie.
Yeah.
He was the courtesy
He was
cart
the,
driver.
what is that?
Courtesy cart.
He was the Dudley Do-Right.
Dudley do right. The Mounties. But yeah, he was a courtesy car driver. So. But yeah, he was one of them. Mitch, it was upstairs. I don't remember Jack in the Box being ever there.
I think it's the whole,
I remember
the whole,
Taco Bell.
I think it was the whole, wasn't there like a food court thing upstairs, or is this the...
Yeah, like right outside the theater, right?
Right.
The Subway
I forget.
or Quiznos or something. No, it was a Subway, and then the theater, then like Cinnabon, blah blah blah, Taco Bell, McDonald's, and Sbarro. I don't remember Jack in the Box ever being there, but I'm not, don't,
Quote me on that.
Yeah, don't quote me on that. So there's a Tilt on both sides now.
Really? Oh, Tilt. I can't believe Tilt outlasted Fun Factory.
Huh. Well, good
Yes.
for Tilt.
Is Tilt local though? Tilt's not in mainland.
I think it's a local company,
I thought-
but at the same time, they were small. They had small arcades, where you got the shooting ones and you got the what is it called, pinball.
Pinball.
Like there was a small like Fun Factory. They had all into the back and
That was Ike Fernandez, right?
yeah, Ike Fernandez. The Midway Rides and
Yeah, but
Games.
good times begin at the Fun Factory.
Dude, great times begin at Fun Factory. That one girl that went to Waipahu wearing a crop top and she had long ehu colored hair.
She gave you good time.
Oh, girl, what's your name? What would be a typical name for a girl like that?
What?
Like just the Pearl Ridge girl.
May. No,
Michelle. There's Michelle, Jennifer, Trina.
Yeah, so I think a lot of things changed up there in Brooklyn. So yeah,
Yeah,
it's definitely a different world now. But I think Pro Ridge probably is maybe Windward Mall. The Aloha is definitely not like a local friendly place anymore.
Not anymore.
So
I think Windward Mall is probably the most local friendly out of all the major malls.
mm-hmm.
And the reason why I say that is because if you go up on the second level, you still got like Maui Built, Ainokea, like all these local, like apparel shops.
right.
They still got TNC, all that. They still got TNC. Nah, I don't want it. So, but yeah, I think when you go to the outer islands, those malls like say Hilo, in Hilo, the Hilo Mall or whatever.
Yeah.
They got Enjoy Comics, which is a locally owned. You got
What's the name of the Hilo Mall? I used to work in there, and I can't remember.
Yeah.
Kuikahumanu's Maui.
Yeah.
What the heck was the mall in Hilo?
Kuhio.
Prince Kuhio Plaza?
I think so. Because I remember going to Kuhio Grill.
Maybe it's Prince
to
Kuhio
eat.
Plaza then.
But yeah,
I
like
forget.
their mall, they have like reggae stuff and what's it called that? The Mauna Kea, Protect Mauna Kea, all that kind of stuff. So, what is Gilbert's? What's up, Quan? What's Gilbert's?
Gilbert's? I don't know.
Quan, what is Gilbert's? What is Gilbert? Wow, we're going way over now.
Oh, right. Oh, yeah. No.
But so you know what I used to like? Where I live, kind of close to where you live. There's so many convenient places to do stuff. I had Puck's Alley, which had Captain Video, Varsity Q
University Q?
on the top level. I didn't really go there because it's kind of druggy. And then there's the other places like the dojos. There's all these places, and then there's Bolodrome. And then there's I could still walk. It sucks, but I could still walk to Cinerama to see a movie. I could go across the street to the library. I literally, like, my parents, when they got that apartment, they lucked out, dude. That's why they're there for almost 50 years.
What was next to it? Long's Drugs?
Long's Drugs. There's Long's Drugs, Payless.
Oh,
There's
Payless.
Pay and Save.
Oh,
Remember
Pay and
that?
Save, Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, that was old school. Your Chunkies.
Oh, dude, Chunky's where the bank is now, which is kind of cool because the bank, like inside of it, has like the original Chunky's. What you call that sign?
Yeah.
They saved it to put it up there, like
Yeah.
pictures of where Chunky's.
I'm forgetting that. I remember Strawberry Fields Forever.
Strawberry Fields Forever. From where?
It was like wasn't it like a comic kind of bookshop or something?
Is it by Ice Palace?
I don't know. That
Where's
name sounds
Strawberry
familiar.
Fields?
When that name popped up, it just hit something like I remember, but I don't know where it was. I know
Right.
I remember hearing that Strawberry Fields Forever was like a.
Dude.
I swear it was like some kind of comic. Type
Yeah, no,
shop.
it was. I just don't know where it was. I know Toys and
Jeez.
Joys in Kaimaki.
Yeah,
That's where I got
people
my
mentioned
first
Toys and
samurai sword.
Joys. Yeah, and it was Prince Kuhio Plaza. Oh, Quan said Gibson's, not Gilbert's.
Gibson's. Okay. Now I get it. I was like, Gilbert's. Isn't that the guy that used to work at World Cafe?
Oh, Gilbert.
Yep, the long hair guy. He was a cool dude, man. Rainbow Music and Books. Yeah, dude, see, she knows Rainbow Music and Books. It was in the mall in the days, but it was actually at one point they were across the street from Puck's Alley where I lived, and they had a good corn section. um, of course, Nicole said jellies.
Jellies.
Dude, I used to live at Jellies. In fact, I was there so much that when I got into hockey and I wanted to be a goalie, my first team was the Jellies team, because like all the guys in the cards and all that, they used to play hockey together, and they played street hockey. So I played street hockey for a little while with them, and then I went on to ice hockey at Ice Palace and all that stuff. I miss Jellies. I was like, damn, I miss Jellies.
He said on the corner of Pensacola and Micaiah, Britannia. So Pensacola.
Where's Pensacola?
Pensacola is like near like Ala Moana side, like Britannia. I don't know. I gotta look it up again.
Strawberry Fields. I know, it sounds so familiar.
I remember it.
I remember it had comics and baseball cards. I remember it had a
Pensacola and Britannia. Wasn't that like where? Oh no, Jellies of the job lot and all that kind of stuff.
No, Gilbert is not the garlic capital. It is actually Gilroy.
Yeah,
that's
Gilroy.
the garlic capital, and I love rolling my. Okay, so whenever I go to San Francisco in my car, I used to have a car, man. Before Gilroy, there's these cow pastures where they have the cows, and it's pure methane. If I light a match in that area, I'll blow the whole freaking planet up. So you don't roll your windows down for that because it stinks. But once you get past that, once you get into Gilroy, they have the processing plant right next to the road, and man, it smells so good.
Oh, I'm talking about cow patties. So sorry. He said by McKinney High School, so Pensacola.
Where the hell is Pensacola, man?
Britannia. I don't know. I'm confused already. I know where McKinley High School is. So. Yeah. A couple blocks south of McKinley High School. Okay.
Still don't.
Look that up.
Hungry Ear.
Yeah,
okay,
Hungry Ear.
Joel, thank you for bringing up Hungry Ear Records. Before Tower Records, where was Hungry Ear?
I forget already.
Where was Hungry Ear, Joel?
Can I remember all this stuff
I
already?
know. I mean, I used to go there. I remember that.
Yeah, I went there quite a few times, even Strawberry Fields forever. Can't remember where it was though.
Okay, I'll be right back. I gotta pee.
You
I'll be
guys
right
know
back.
where Antipastos was?
Yes.
Where was it?
Was it over there?
I guess so.
I'll be back.
Okay. Free gotta go take a leak, so I'm gonna wrap it up in just a few, so oh Kailua. It was in Kailua. So yeah. All this stuff coming up now. Hungry Ear is in Kaka'ako now. Okay. What was that store like near in the Mapuna area? It was like kind of like a I forget what was the name of it. It was like kind of like a Ross or something, or what the heck was it? I can't think of it now. You take the Fort Shafter cut off and you go in Mapuna. There's a store back there, like kind of like a retail store. But I forget what the name of it is. It's not coming to me. I don't know if anybody knows what I'm talking about. Gems, yeah, Gems. Jeez, Luis. Mitch remembers everything. I was like, what was that store? Remember the store in Mapuna area? Like you take the Fort Shafter cut off, and then it's in the back over there, like by the back road where all like the.
What kind of store?
You already looked, so you checked already.
Oh, Gems.
Yeah.
There was one where there's Chuck E. Cheese and all that.
I can't. That's how I am. I'm like, what's the store? It's back there. You take the.
Remember there's
you
Gems?
take the fork shaft to cut off. It's back in Mapuna area.
Yeah.
I just don't know the name of it.
And then there's Cornet. Is in Waipahu. No, Waihua.
Wahiwa.
It was in Waihua. Cornet's in Waihua.
Well, the hookers hang out, huh?
I wouldn't know that.
Oh, I know.
Because back then I was looking at like Centurions and all that stuff. And I never went at night. We only went during the day. So
Well, there's hookers during the day. Nah.
Patty, the daytime hooker.
It calls what? Can't even read that. My eyes is all
In
blurry.
Kailua. Yes, Hungry Ear in Kailua. I remember that now. Waka waka. All right.
Oh, he said he remembers it all because he's an old fuck.
Yeah, well, I remember it. Like the store at Awaka was an old Hawaii name. Dude. Right? The Awaka's
Yeah.
chicken.
What was near that church in Kalihi? There was a store over there.
The church?
Like now I'm thinking too much. I'm thinking too deep. Trying to think of all this kind of stuff, little hole in the wall places.
Jen, how do you know about Jolly Rogers, man? She's not even old enough for Jolly
That's
Rogers.
where Zippy's is, huh?
That's what Zippy's is now. Dude, I remember going to Jolly Rogers and the cheeseburgers were in there's paper on the inside, but it was tinfoil on the outside. Remember that kind of wrapping?
Yeah, kind of.
Like a Wendy's kind of wrapper? Man, I used to love that stuff. That's what my dad that was my dad's favorite burger joint before it got closed down. But when that closed down, we went to what's it called? W&M's.
Oh, I never knew.
And of course, St. Louis Drive. Why do we always come back to food?
I know. She said we used to live across the street. She said from Jolly Rogers.
In Kaimiki, in Wailai?
Yeah.
Wow.
Kahala area.
Kahala area? What is Susie Q's? Susie Q, baby, I love you. Susie Q.
What is that?
Looking out my back door.
Is it the name of like a Susie Q's is a store or was it like
I don't know. What
was
is
it a
Susie-
hamburger?
Yeah, what was Susie Q's,
I
Jen?
don't know.
Jolly Roger was a sponsor to the Park League basketball. Dude, you should have kept that jersey that said Jolly Rogers on it. That's dope. I would love to have that. See, this is the reason why we go 2 hours on these,
I know.
is because we start getting into the chat room. I love these chat rooms because there's always something going on. I love you guys. Thank you so much for being here. Seriously. That's why we have the best chat room ever. And yes, Quan, I do miss our college because there's 2 levels. And on the bottom level would be when you first walk in, then there's like the toys where you can get your white samurai sword,
Right.
right? Wah, wah, wah. You can get your He-Mans and all that.
So it was. She said Susie Q was a teriyaki cheeseburger. That's what they called it. Yeah, see, I
that's
knew
what
it was,
they called it.
That's what I thought it was. Some kind of burger.
Oh, I didn't know that. And then upstairs, my mom would be looking at fabrics and all that shit, right? But I remember staying down there, and then that's when the dreadnoughts came out for GI Joe. Oh, dude, Buzzsaw, the dreadnoughts, and that's where I got my Zartan on his scooter thingy, the swamp. Anyway, teriyaki cheeseburger.
Yeah, that sounds good right now.
I
yeah.
know. Well,
I think we can call it a wrap for tonight.
yeah, I think we should.
We're in about almost 2 hours. So, yeah, let's thank everybody for definitely tuning in. State of Mind podcast. There's 30 episodes in the book.
The Dirty 30?
Yep.
I think that's why we did like the whole what do you miss and what do you don't miss. Because we wanted to do something where it's not just always happy in Hawaii. There's problems like spending more than you should for a railway system. Like there's always things, but at the same time, that's the Hawaii way. That's the Aloha spirit and the Aloha state of mind where we're always looking at the positive. So, stay positive. Try to find a car and get your money and all that, but but yeah, stay positive. All right, again, thank you for joining us.
Yeah. All right, we gonna wrap it up then.
Yeah, wrap it up.
Okay, yeah. Before we wrap up, I'll just say, I missed Hawaiian Brian's when it was across by the Leaky Leaky Drive-In. That was
a big one.
yeah, that was actually a smaller one, I think.
Oh, really?
Brian's, yeah. That's by where the Ross is, the Leaky Leaky Drive-In, and across the street. I think before there was a McDonald's, there's like a Diners over there or something over there. something like that.
My favorite Brian's is the one the second level and by the 24 Hour Fitness.
Yeah, I think that's
by Tropics.
I think that was the only. It was there. It was on Kyomoku and then moved over there. But yep, let's make it a wrap for us. Next week we will return to State of Mind podcast every single Tuesday night right here on this channel right here. Don't forget to like, subscribe, all those social media type things. Don't forget to do that for us. Spread the word and let's expand the room. Tell your friends, tell your family to tune on in as we speak nothing but aloha and just have a good time. As you can tell tonight, we're just chilling with you guys in the chat, and there's one big ohana kind of thing, so it's all good. Every single Tuesday night, 9 p.m. Pacific Standard, that's 6 p.m. for you guys in Hawaii. Everyone else, Google it, alright?
Google it. This is the Jacks of Hearts right here. Showing some new extreme love.
Oh, yeah. Gotcha. Alright,
Okay.
we'll make it a wrap for us. Thank everyone for hanging out the entire time. Mitch, Quan, Jax, Joel,
Jen,
John, Cody. Who else was in here?
Monroe,
Yeah, Monroe. Everyone else, thanks for tuning in.
Nicole,
Yeah, Nicole. Yeah, she had some good
Buzz.
Insight
right?
on some things. DJ Aquatech was here.
Tell everybody.
Yeah, join on in on the conversation. Don't be afraid to step on into the conversation because we had a good one tonight. So till next time, want you to remind you to do something good for someone you know. Better yet, do something good for a stranger. It's good for your heart. It's good for the soul, and it shows that you have the aloha state of mind. Till next time, we'll see you guys.
Aloha! Wherever you are, you're living aloha. Wherever you go, your soul is aloha. Wherever you've been, you're living aloha. About yourself is always aloha. Aloha is a state of mind. Aloha is a state of mind. Aloha is a state of mind. Aloha is a state of